Hello everyone, I'm Michael Delano. Welcome to MRD Shorts, where the new Weezer album was a 9 out of 10. Fuck you, Eric. Today I welcome you to a brand new setup that you haven't seen before, and also a brand new commentary video, which it's been way too long since I did that. We've changed some stuff up. I'm recording on a new camera currently, which is pretty dope. I'm recording with a nice fancy mic. We're raising the production value on this stuff. We've got a nice little We've got changing lights. Wow. But today I'm going to be talking to you about something very, very dear to my heart. I, like not many people apparently, was a massive fan of the book series by Anthony Horowitz, Alex Rider. Back in the day, I read every single book. I was obsessed with it. I read the prequel. I read everything. I don't remember much from it, but I remember loving every second of it. For those of you who don't know, which it seems like based off of my conversations with people, is a lot of people. Alex Rider is essentially a teenage James Bond who has been kind of trained as he grew up by his uncle, who then dies, and then he's like, okay, we're gonna throw this kid into some spy shit. Now, these books, I think that there were at least 7 or 8 of them, maybe 9. Don't quote me on numbers. But all along, I was so obsessed with the idea, even before I had an interest in film, I was so obsessed with the idea of these books needing an adaptation. And sure, yes, they got an adaptation way back in the day. Alex Rider, Operation Stormbreaker, not a great movie, but it was something at least. There was some type of adaptation of this series that I loved, and it covered on a few different books, but there was no sequel to it. There was no additional part to it after that first movie, and I was sad. So I have been in this constant mindset for a while now that, hey, they should come back and make new Alex Rider movies. They should start from scratch, make new Alex Rider movies. And then recently I was actually in the car with Rachel, my girlfriend, and we were riding along, and I made the suggestion that, hey, maybe it should be done as a TV series. I feel like that would be a better way to express everything, especially with like the new Disney Plus, Percy Jackson, like books being transferred to TV shows, like long series being The first season came out last year. Now, I didn't know about this. I had no clue that this season came out. I had no clue that there was even progress on a TV show. I just randomly got an ad on Instagram. No one has talked about this show that I've seen. All I know is that it has a really good score on Rotten Tomatoes, and people seem to love it. For those of you who don't know, Alex Rider is now on IMDbTV, which half of you probably didn't even know that was a streaming service. IMDb has its own free streaming service where you can watch all kinds of shows, and no one's telling us about this. Like, I knew it existed, but I never used it. I never, like, thought, oh, hey, I want to watch the brand new IMDbTV original. No, I've never thought that. There's never been anything advertised that I've been like, yo, this sounds dope. I don't know that I've seen anything advertised before this. But no, there's a show out on my favorite book series of all time. Second to Percy. When I said Percy Jackson was my favorite, I forgot about Alex Rider temporarily. I really need to get better. I keep looking at the side monitor. It's so enticing. I just want to stare into it. That guy looks like a nerd. But yeah, so I found out about this a few weeks ago now. I don't binge shows all that often. I enjoy an occasional episode of a TV show or a few episodes. I'll watch a few episodes. I watched the entire season in one day. It was really good. It was really, really, really fucking good. Now, I do have to warn that part of that might just be nostalgia. I loved this book series back in the day. Here, let me actually work on this a bit. No, we won't. Nah, that's more of a hateful color. We'll go with blue. Blue is my love color. I don't know why. Fuck it. Back in the day, I loved these books. Obviously, there's going to be some level of nostalgia kicking in whenever I watch this series. But I do genuinely believe that it's really, really good, except for some downfalls. So when the show starts out, it's covering like Alex, and it's discussing the fact that, oh, his dad's like, oh, he's a bank guy. Like, I don't know his job title. But all Alex knows is, oh, this guy works at a bank, and like that's freaking boring. Duh. And he's like, you're a fucking loser, basically, to his uncle who was provided for him his entire life. Really shit kid, you know? But then his uncle dies in a car accident, and Alex is like, well, if he was going over the speed limit, no, he wasn't. He never went over. Trick question, losers. And that's how he talks in the show, except a bit more British. But yeah, so he goes on the hunt to like figure out, hey, what actually happened? And then when he finds out that it relates back to this like organization of spies, he's like, yo, I want to figure out who the fuck killed my uncle. And I'm gonna do it. But before he tells them that, like they want him to work for him, but he's like, you know, he doesn't tell them that he's in yet. He just takes their card and is like, and they're like, yo, hit us up. And so he takes their card, and then he goes off and he goes home. Little note that I forgot to mention, because I don't have a script. You expect me to plan this shit? Nah. Fuck that. I'm going backwards in time now. Alex grows up with a kind of caretaker because his uncle's never there. He's always on business trips. We know what that means, huh? It means he's a spy and he's probably going to die while on one of those trips. But yeah, so this caretaker ends up taking care of Alex all along. Her name's Jack, and she is on a education visa. And so she's most likely going to have to return back to the U.S., and so suddenly Alex goes home and there are all these threats everywhere. Like suddenly these people show up and they're like, yo, we're deporting you, Jack. And then other people are like, yo, you don't have anyone to like take care of you, so we're taking you to an orphanage. And then he just like he's like, wait a second, everyone. He takes out his phone. Everyone stops what they're doing. He takes out his phone and he starts to type in the number. And then he's like, wait a second. You guys are fucking spies. You can already hear me. And then everyone just leaves as soon as he says he'll do it. I love this show, but it's the funniest shit. But yeah, after that point, the show gets really, really good. All of the rest of it, like all the way through, is really dope. There's some fucking weird-ass kids in this show. But aside from that, it's pretty dope. The only other complaint that I have is Jack's actress really struggles with emotion sometimes. There are moments where you're like, you should be like really panicked, and she just kind of like is talking casually. I'm not gonna judge the actress. It might be something behind the scenes, like a director. It might be the director's fault. But it was pretty funny watching some of her scenes. Aside from that, though, the show is genuinely good, and it covers some really unique and really cool concepts that were in the books, and it like sets everything up for all of these future books. It's fucking awesome. My one other complaint, and this one we're getting the red light out for. Yeah, we're angry at this one. We're so freaking angry at this. This is what I'm talking about when I say production value. I am the face of commentary videos now, and no one can tell me otherwise. My one other complaint is at the end of the season, they ruin the opportunity to adapt the final book because it covers a character who isn't introduced until the final book, and the character is put in the first season, whatever, shut up, first season, and then it's killed off. And so it's like, okay, all this stuff that's really dope in the last, like, brings a lot of closure and everything, fuck that. We're just gonna cut it all out. And I'm angry. Yeah, I said it. I'm freaking angry. I'm upset about this. This isn't Pog. But yeah, aside from that, this is basically a long-winded way of me saying, go watch the show. It's very good. It's free. It's 9 episodes, something like that. It's not long. It's not a lot for you to watch. Go watch it. And then actually, as of today, on Instagram, they announced that season 2 is currently in production, which is so fucking hype for me. I am so glad that they're making a season 2. Oh my god, Scorpia is going to be a thing. Sorry, I had the wrong light on for that section. We'll switch back to my happy one. We'll switch back to this is nice and happy, you know. We're vibing because there's a season 2. Anyway, thank you for watching me rant about my current favorite. I think it's probably my favorite spy show ever. And it's like, no one's talking about it. So I want to get some extra recognition for it because it deserves every bit of it. It is so good. So good. But yeah, thank you for watching me rant, letting me do this type of shit. If you're new to the channel, make sure to subscribe, leave a like on the video if you enjoyed it. If you want to support me, I now have channel memberships down below. You can see the join button. You can join to see my videos early, get like a little badge next to your name, get shout outs at the end of my video, like these people right here. Just vibing in this area up here. But yeah, if you want to do that, definitely do it, and I appreciate it. Thank you so much. And to the rest of you, thank you for watching and just supporting me in general. Comment down below with any type of commentary thing that you'd like to see in the future. I want to do more commentary stuff, especially because it's a little bit less taxing while I'm working on the movie. So it's just some fun little content to do. So yeah, let me know what you want to see. And aside from that, I guess I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.